So
George. Okay.
All right. Good evening, everyone. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Thank you so much for joining us. We are live right now on Binance. Today we have a masterclass webinar. We're starting shortly. So just give some guys a few minutes to join in. And please, if you've just joined us, feel free to tag your friends, ask them to join us on the call. We are starting our masterclass shortly. So before we start, I would like you to ensure that you have followed us on all our social handles. Follow us on Binance East Africa Telegram group if you're not there. And then please also make sure you follow us on Binance East Africa Telegram group and also on Binance East Africa Facebook page. Okay, so we're going to communicate several stuff there. But also, most importantly, on today's masterclass, we have a very amazing giveaway. We have $500 to be won by most of you who are going to join this call. So before we introduce our panelists, I would like to ensure that we all stick to our rules. Please make sure whatever you're communicating on the comment section, you comment things which are very professional, no insults and stuff like that. And also, please put your questions there as well. We'll be handling them as we go through the call. And remember, we are going to learn mostly on spot trading. All right, we learn a lot on spot. Our masterclass is trade on spot, but also we'll talk a bit about P2P, okay, and show you how to trade on P2P, how to buy and sell and stuff like that. And before further ado, I would like to welcome my guests. My guest here, we have two amazing guests on the panelist. So, Mr. Badendo, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, George. George is one of the most wealthy in terms of crypto knowledge. The one person I've met who has a lot of crypto knowledge. So my name is Mathendu, and today we will be covering how to trade on spot. We are also joined by our guest speaker, that is Victor. He will be introducing himself shortly. Again, I will iterate on the giveaway. You need to be on our Facebook groups, that is Binance East Africa Facebook group. We also need to be on our Binance East Africa Telegram group. The giveaway link will be on our Binance East Africa Telegram group as well as the Binance East Africa Facebook group. So be sure to be there. Also, it will be sort of a quiz. So make sure you listen thoroughly. You have to listen thoroughly for you to be able to get to this. Remember to also fill in your Telegram IDs, and remember to have your Binance accounts verified. Only Binance UIDs which are verified are eligible for the giveaway. All right, Victor, please introduce yourself.
hello, my name is Victor. I'll be taking you through the how to make money on the P2P service. I trust you get to learn how to make money profitably, that is, trade profitably on the P2P service. Thank you, Madendo.
All right. Victor is one of the biggest merchants in Kenya that we have. So you are learning from the best, basically. So George, back to you. Let's get started with understanding P2P, the basics, how it basically works.
Thank you so much, Madendo. So I'm going to take you guys through just the basic of P2P. What is P2P and what does it stand for? What does it exactly entail? And what is P2P trading and so on? So we're going to look into that into details. And let's say you've just opened your account, your Binance account. And please remember, before you access any services on Binance, you have to make sure you have verified your account. Okay, make sure your account is verified. And once it's verified, then now you can be able to access any products on Binance. Also, ensure that your account is very secure, okay? Make sure you put like two-factor authentication and also enable at least SMS authentication, or you can also enable Google authentication as well. So make sure you have those security measures in place just before launching any trade on Binance, okay? And once you do that, now prepare yourself for this exciting journey of cryptocurrency. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to share my screen so that I can quickly explain what is P2P, all right? What is P2P? So let me share my screen right about now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. I hope you guys can see my screen. Madendo, please confirm.
Yes, it's visible.
All right. Just put it on slideshow. Just confirm once again.
Yeah, it's visible.
Correct. So we're going to look at what is Binance P2P, all right? And also we're going to look at how or why should you be buying and selling of your crypto on Binance P2P. Also, we look at how to use Binance P2P. So this is where Victor comes in. So Victor will come and tell us how to buy on P2P, how to sell on P2P. Also, he can take us a little bit through how to profit trading on P2P, all right? That is, how do you become a merchant? How do you become a trader like him who's providing liquidity and also trading the markets on the Binance P2P, okay? So if you want to start buying cryptocurrencies, how do you do it? And that's exactly what we're going to look at. So the first thing is, what is Binance P2P? What is Binance P2P? So the word P2P usually stands for peer-to-peer, all right? It stands for peer-to-peer. So this is a scenario here whereby there is a buyer and there is a seller. So the buyer wants to buy cryptocurrencies and the seller is willing to sell their cryptocurrency. So this cryptocurrency, let's say US dollar or USDT, all right? USDT, which is a stable coin. So you as a buyer, all you need to do is to have an account with Binance. Also, the seller needs to have an account with Binance. So Binance here stands as an exchange between these two parties. So the buyer goes to Binance and places a buy order, okay? And first of all, once you go to the P2P, you'll find there are several merchants there who are selling or buying. So for this case, the buyer is buying. So he goes and clicks a buy order on the buyer, while the seller, he will receive a notification from Binance that the buyer A wants to buy cryptocurrencies or USDT from him. Now, once that order is placed, what Binance does, it holds the specific dollars which are being bought by the buyer, all right? Or the buyer has shown interest to buy. So let's assume it's $100, okay? And of course, the price will show there in value of the Kenyan shillings as well, of how much the buyer will have to pay. So the amount that the buyer needs to pay, he goes now to his mobile wallet, let's say M-Pesa, or if it's a bank transfer or whatever amount of money he's supposed to send to the seller. So if $1 is roughly 120, maybe, if the seller is selling $1 at 120 or 1 USDT at 120, the buyer will have to send 12,000 Kenyan shillings if he's buying $100 to the seller. So now, once he sends the money to the seller has to confirm that he has received the payment. Okay, he confirms that he has received the payment, and then he's prompted by the exchange to release the cryptos once he has confirmed that the money has been reflected in his wallet. Remember, all this time, the amount of the USDT which the buyer was willing to buy is held by the exchange, okay? So the buyer, as much as he has received the payment, he cannot still access the USDT or the cryptos which the buyer is willing to buy, all right, from them. So After that, then once the seller confirms that he has received the payment, then he proceeds to release the crypto, and the crypto now will reflect on the buyer's wallet. Okay, to reflect on the buyer's funding wallet on Binance. Okay, it will reflect there. Now, from there onwards, the buyer will proceed to use the crypto however they want to use them. If maybe you wanted to send the crypto to someone else, if they wanted to trade them, if they wanted to invest them in another volatile currency, that is ultimately up to them. Okay, it's ultimately up to them. Now, one thing which is very important here also is to notice that this transaction happens seamlessly on the exchange. But don't worry if you don't understand this part right now, because we'll go into a live environment and Victor will be able to show us exactly how this is done. And this transaction usually happens in case there's any problem. Binance is always on the watch, and in case there's an issue, it can always be raised back to the exchange, and they'll be able to do any disputes, okay, in case there's a problem. So one question someone can ask, which currencies can you access or can you buy on Binance P2P? So on Binance P2P, you can access or you can buy several currencies, including Bitcoin, which goes by BTC, that is the ticker symbol, USDT. USDT is a stable coin for those who are hearing this for the first time. So USDT is a stable coin. It is 1-on-1 on the dollar. You can also get Ethereum. So Ethereum goes by the ticker symbol ETH. All right, ETH. You can buy it there, but Ethereum is a volatile currency. Okay, unlike USDT, which is a stable coin. We no longer have DAI as it is on this slide. So instead, we now have Solana. All right, Solana is also another volatile currency. It's now available on Binance P2P. Also, you can get BNB. BNB means build and build. All right, BNB is a cryptocurrency which is volatile as well, and it supports the ecosystem of the Binance ecosystem. Right, that is Binance decentralized exchange, the Binance itself, and so on. We also have another stable coin by Binance called BUSD. So BUSD is Binance USD. It's a stable coin, 1-on-1 on the dollar. All right, 1-on-1 on the dollar. Now on this slide, you can see NGN, which is not on Binance. All right. So Binance P2P is one of the most preferable by all the users to buy crypto. Why is it the most famous and also the most preferable? One thing which everybody loved Binance P2P is because it's free, all right? You're not charged any transaction fees. Unlike other P2P platforms, they will charge you a certain percentage of the amount of cryptos that you buy on those platforms. But Binance, we don't charge any fees, all right? It's free. And then we have so many other free fiat currencies which are linked to the Binance P2P. And also the trading volume there, it's massive, okay? Binance trades millions of dollars on a daily basis on all their platforms, countrywide and globally as well, right? So when you come there, you don't want to go to a place where there is no what you call liquidity. You don't want to place an order and there's no one to fulfill it. So Binance P2P has the biggest liquidity, and that's why Binance is also the biggest cryptocurrency trading exchange. So some of the use cases, why do you have to use peer-to-peer trading? Why do you have to access peer-to-peer trading? So in Africa, we realize that most exchanges are not linked to traditional financial systems like banks. So you cannot connect your exchange to your bank. So for you to buy a crypto, you need to use a method which is safe and also which can be accessed by other people as well. Now, that's where peer-to-peer comes into place, whereby you send someone your fiat shillings or rather your fiat money, and then they send you the crypto which you are deserving to buy. So Binance has provided that platform, and it's the safest. So it's a fiat gateway, all right? It's a fiat gateway which enables people to buy crypto. Also, you can make profit, all right? For those who understand how to trade the markets, you can buy low, okay? You can, let's say, buy USDT when the dollar was at a less value. you buy and then you sell on the exchange at a higher value. So you can trade the markets basically and make a profit. Peer-to-peer can also be used for remittances. So for example, you have your friend let me just give an example of South Africa, okay, who right now calls you and tells you, hey, I need you to send me I need you to send me $50 urgently. I need to sort out something here and I'm out of cash. Now, how to do that quickly? You just go to Binance P2P, convert your Kenyan shillings into a stable coin like USDT or any other crypto, and then you just ask them to give you their Binance wallet. All right, the wallet ID, whether it's a funding wallet ID or whatever ID it is, and then you send those cryptos to them at zero fees. Okay, so they receive the funds on their Binance wallet, and then they can sell there and get their local currencies easily, quickly, efficiently, and very, very fast. So unlike traditional financial system, if that was the case, what it could have meant is that you could have to walk to a bank or either a remittance place like maybe Western Union, MoneyGram, and so many others, and then submit your local currencies there. They take that transaction, they put it in the system, and then they send that. Your friend also has to present themselves to maybe that particular remittance place and access the funds in fiat. So if it was maybe unbanking hours, some maybe late at night, that cannot be possible, all right, for them. So you've realized that cryptocurrencies make it very easy for people to transact seamlessly across the globe without any barriers or restrictions. Now, on Binance P2P, what can you do, all right? What can you do? Let's say you have some crypto. Okay, so if you want cryptos, we have said that you can be able to buy cryptos. So if you have your fiat currencies or the local currencies or Kenyan shillings, Uganda shillings, Tanzania currencies, those are what we call fiat. Okay, so for those who are hearing that word for the first time, it means the government issued currencies. So if you want to buy your crypto, your fiat, your cryptocurrencies, and you have your fiat, you can do that via Binance P2P. If you have cryptos and you want to liquidate them or you want to access fiat currencies, Binance P2P is the place to go to convert your cryptocurrencies back to your local currency. So luckily with Kenya, we have M-Pesa, okay? With Tanzania, we also have M-Pesa there or Tigo Pesa. In Uganda, you can access in Momo and also other mobile money platforms like Airtel Money and many others in Binance P2P. So there are payment methods which have been added there. Victor will be showing us that in the next few. All right, so what else can you do on Binance P2P? You can make money, all right? You can make money. How do you make money? You can use Binance P2P to profit by posting buy ads or sell ads. So if you are a trader or rather if you're a merchant, you can put a margin there between 0.5 to at least whatever margin you feel it's comfortable for you. And that particular spread becomes your profit margin, right? So you can be able to make profits on that, okay? We'll be looking that into details with Victor, all right? So other things like I explained on remittances, okay? If your friend is in South Africa and they need some cash urgently, I've explained how you can go about that, all right? So one of the questions people should be asking is, why do you have to use Binance P2P? Why Binance, all right? Why Binance? Number one, Binance is the biggest cryptocurrency trading exchange globally. And with that, it comes with a lot of responsibility when it comes to protecting its users and making sure it's the most safest place you can buy and sell your cryptocurrencies. On Binance as well, we make sure the fees are extremely low, all right? So you actually on Binance P2P, there are no fees at all. So you cannot be able to, you won't feel like you're losing anything because you're buying for free, all right? So it also provides a very secure crypto escrow, okay? Whereby it protects the buyer and the seller as well. Also, we have so many other payment methods which have been added. Like in Kenya, like I said, we have M-Pesa. Tanzania, we have like Tigo Pesa. We also have Vodacom's M-Pesa. We also have other channels like Airtel Money and so many others. All right. You can also add your account, your bank account, and so on Binance P2P, and you can use it as a payment method. Also, like I mentioned, it's 0 transaction fees, so you're not charged anything. And also for merchants, it's free to place an order on that particular platform. Then both users, can set can set prices as they decide. All right, as they decide. All right. So the next question then becomes, how do you use Binance P2P? You have just opened your Binance account. Your account is verified. You have already made sure it's secure enough. You have put all the security measures in place. So how do you get started on Binance P2P? And this is where I will stop my presentation and I will let my colleague Victor take it up from here. So we'll be looking at the questions in the chat box session before Victor comes in. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop on the chat section. And also remember, we have an amazing giveaway, which we're going to be sharing with you guys shortly. All right. And in case you have any problem, feel free to chat on the search section and we'll be able to address it. Madendo, back to you.
Thank you so much, George. That was an overview of how to get started with Binance P2P. You are there wondering how to get deposits of your money in Binance. You're wondering how to get crypto to be how to get to deposit crypto, how to get to swap your crypto for your fiat for crypto and to and fro. That is from crypto to fiat, fiat to crypto. So now we will be showing you live how to do it. So we will be doing this using, our merchant, or one of our biggest merchants is here, Victor, who will take us through the basics of how to, how to buy and sell, and now how to also trade profitably on P2P. So Victor, please proceed.
So as you can see, we have the Binance P2P page live with us. So I'll be taking you through how to place an order. First, let's go with the orders. So you can come to the Express service where you can place a direct ad. That is, you can buy directly from anybody. This is where you just want to buy your cryptocurrency live on the market, just direct with no hassle. So you come here and place, I want to pay, say, like for $4.03, want to pay 500, then you'll be matched. The system will match you automatically. But because we are not here for this, we are here for the actual P2P service, that is the Express payment service. So there's a page. So to start with, a moment. Sorry about the connection. So to start with, you come here and you find the buy ads from other merchants. Like you can see what is currently live in the market. So you can decide whether to buy the lowest offer. This is the one that you have here. We have this as 123.96. You can decide to buy this one, or you can decide to sell if you have your crypto in your account. That is the USDT. We're looking at the USDT. As Mokisha said, we are trying to buy low and sell high so that we can make the profits. So these are the steps for buying for buying low and selling high. So you come to this, you click on the sell, you can see the tab here. There, the tab, the buy and sell tab. I hope you're able to see where my mouse is. So that's the sell. This, in case you already have the crypto, you come and sell it directly here. Then if you want to buy, you click the buy tab where you see the other guys, the bids on offer. So so you can decide to take the lowest offer. This is the one, like at the moment, this is the 123.96. You also be able to see things like this one, the check mark on next to the name of the trader. This shows you that this is a verified merchant with high trading volume, so that you can trade with people Binance as verified as more trustworthy than the rest. Not saying that everybody else is not trustworthy, but these are the verified merchants you would prefer, just in case you didn't want, just in case they had the best offer on the market. That is. So mostly you find them with the largest volumes in the market. You find them with the largest volumes in the market. So if you don't want to get a bad deal, you can try them. So let's try. Like, you can decide to buy this one from the global arbitrator. That's a merchant on selling their trades in. So you can take this is the lowest available. So you can decide to buy this at 123.96. Then later, if you feel like the market has moved enough for you to make a profit, you can come here to the sell and maybe sell at that. But we're not doing that for the moment. You can come here and sell to this one, but you can see the payment method is mobile top up. So you must be ready to receive airtime. Is airtime. So these are payment methods that are available. You see, or you can, the system allows you to filter the ads that are available. You're able to filter the ads that are available given the payment method. So you find that the system supports, for Kenya shilling, supports M-Pesa, M-Pesa Pay Bill, bank transfer, Equity Bank, and all that. Airtel Money transfers with specific banks and all that.
Victor, just a sec.
Yes.
It seems like your voice is breaking. So as you try to fix that, we will be taking a few questions that we've seen here. So please look at the voice. You could use maybe a better microphone or something. So now, as we wait for Victor, I've seen a question here in regard to how to become a merchant. And first of all, the first question is on P2P. That is from Onesmus. On P2P merchant application, please highlight on the proof of address document. So whenever you're uploading a proof of address document, be sure to have it as a residential address. A residential address reads something like, house number, the house name, then the nearest street stroke landmark, then, the region, and then the country. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you live in Binance Apartments, house number 503. So you can say Ash 503 Binance Apartments along blockchain lane. That is maybe a road which is nearer. And then, the region now comes into maybe crypto region, and then the country, maybe Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. So that's basically how the address layout should be like. Most of us, we may have this issue where most of us have PO box. So PO box will not work whenever you're verifying, your proof of address. So something else is whenever you're trying to highlight in terms of security, have two-factor authentication enabled. I've seen this as a comment from Samuel. So now back to you, Victor. Please check whether your mic is now better.
Hello, are you guys getting me clear?
All right, I think it's much better. Please proceed.
Okay. So as I was saying that now you have the option of filtering your the ads that you are able to see based on the payments, on the payment methods that you're willing to say. Say for example, you want to pay to be paid on M-Pesa, you select the M-Pesa, you filter the ads based on M-Pesa that way. So now you can also select a region. This one does not work very well with Kenya shilling, because Kenya shilling is only available in Kenya. But in case you change the currency, the fiat currency, to something like USD, you can filter that to US, to other countries that use the dollar. So now let's go to placing an order. So posting an ad. This is when you're not happy with the ads that you're seeing here from other merchants and you want to set your own custom ad. So you come here and click post a new ad. So then you have to decide whether you want to buy or to sell. So if you want to buy, you come here, you select the asset that you want to buy, say USDT, BUSD, BNB, Ethereum, NGN, for those who are using the Naira, and even Solana is there, as Mokisha mentioned about those. Then you want to say, with what are you willing to buy these assets with? So you can select USD, Naira, South African Rand, the Ghanaian, Ugandan shilling, Indian rupee. This is the franc from the West African franc, that one. Then the Rwandese, the Tanzanian shilling. So for this case, we'll go with the Kenyan shilling. Then you can then set the price that you are willing to buy at. So you would want to buy at the least possible price, because you said that you want to buy cheapest and sell at the highest price. So observing the market, maybe you would have looked at the market and seen where everybody else is buying, because most of these are the ones that are buying with other methods that you're not supporting. So you'd want to go and filter in the market where we are seeing the other ads, and filter where the currencies, the payment methods, with the payment methods, so that you can know which what your peers are buying at using your payment method. So let's say here you go with a 119 the market now is around 123, 124. So you go with 123.5 so that you can get a good deal. Fixed, you can even go floating, where you give it a percentage of a margin, so that your order fluctuates with time. But then at this point, let's go with the fixed price, say 124. Next, sorry, I'm having trouble with the system. This is a new account, sorry. Yeah, can go past that. So in short, you want to, let's go to the sell side. So now that was a sell posting a buy ad. Now we can go with the posting a sell ad. So USDT, Kenyan shilling, the same process. The process is the same. Then you sell the coins that you have. So you set a better price, maybe above everyone else. So you try to sell above everyone. So you go with a 125 or 126 and post your ad. Next, you'll be told to select your payment methods, and the total amount. So seeing that this is a new account, will still not allow us because there's no funds in the account. Or let's try and see if there are funds in the account. Yes, there are no funds in the account. So here you'd come and set the total amount that you want to sell. Maybe say 1,000, which you set 1,000, and then you set the limits between 3,000, minimum, or set the order minimum. These are the amounts that you're willing to take. So if you don't want to be offered many ads and you're selling $1,000, you'd go with 800. That way, if one person, not 800, 80,000 maybe, such that if one person comes and can take the entire order. But if you want to sell to multiple people, which is more likely, if you want to take the profits that you're looking for, you want to set your ad at a low price, maybe 1,000. So you say you want to I'll be taking 1,000 shillings. This is in dollars, this is in shillings. Then you get the equivalent here based on the rate that you've given us on the previous page. So you come here, and you can come here then and add the payment methods. You select up to 5 payment methods. So you can select the M-Pesa, you can select the bank transfers, you can select any method that is supported, including airtime. As you have seen, there's the mobile top-up that were odds that were on offer. Then you can come here and select the time limit, say from 15 minutes to up to 6 hours. This is why you're using payment methods like Swift, in case you want to do that, or even cash deposits. But most people prefer a low payment time limit, because that ensures that you are paid in a fast way, that you make your money, so that you can trade multiple times during the day and make multiple profits. Multiple trades equals multiple profits, as long as you are setting a good margin. So that's the policy. Anyway, so we've now seen how to post an ad. When you post the ad will show up here. On the ads page. So slow connection. So, yeah. So you come here and see the ads that are on offer. Okay. So these are the ads that are on offer. Yours will come here if you posted an order to sell. If you posted an order to sell, here is where your ad will be showing. And if you posted an ad to buy, will be showing on this other side, on the sell side. I hope you understand. So are there any questions on the
So, Victor, we have a few questions as you proceed. Maybe you can tell us, what do you mean by when you post a buy ad, it will show on the sell side? What do you mean by that?
So if you're posting a buy ad, when you're posting a buy ad, you're asking everybody on the market to sell to you. So if anyone comes to the market and tries to, with coin, somebody with the coin in their account, they will be coming to sell. So this is what they'll be seeing. The screen that I'm showing you is what they'll be seeing. So they'll come here and see that you are told to sell to this person, to sell to this merchant, sell to this merchant, sell to this merchant. Your ad will be showing here because you posted an ad that is inviting people to sell to you. So what the people will be seeing is their invitation to sell to you, which will be showing here as a sale.
All right.
Are we understanding each other?
I believe that was clear. So I'll just address one more question in regard to how can I get verified as a P2P merchant? You need to have a good trading volume to. If you're in Kenya, if you're in East Africa, we are looking at around at least 1,000 trades of all-time trades, and at least 300 plus trades over the last 30 days. So to become merchants have to be really good at what they do. So you have to really earn that badge. That badge is not easy to get. That's why we recommend using merchants, because even their timelines, they are very fast. In addition to that, you need to have a completion rate of a really high completion rate, at least 95% and above. So for merchants, so that means you don't leave trades unattended. All right. So every trade that you have to pay, or whenever you're getting paid, you have to, release on time. All right. So Victor, you can proceed.
Okay. The next step was to cover on how to trade profitably on P2P. So one of the rules in one of the things I mentioned is you have to buy low and sell high. Buy low and sell high. So the tactics are, because you're coming to sell on P2P, on the P2P. So here's where you have to concentrate more, is where you buy. You see, is how you buy. So you can also sell profitably if you're getting it from somewhere else. So we'll be looking at getting it from Binance. So as I mentioned earlier, you have to set an ad that is below everybody else. One, you can get these on multiple markets. You can either set an ad in your local currency that is below everybody else, that gives you a good margin, or you can go into other markets where you have the required payment methods, because like say you're looking at the USD market, where we are allowed to trade. We are allowed to trade in a few currencies. One of them is the dollar. So the payment methods available are WISE. You can see the payment methods available on your screen. If you scroll, you can scroll these and see. There's also the bank transfer, and there's a SWIFT. and there's things like Netala, which are available in Kenya. You can also see Western Union somewhere there, MoneyGram. So if you find and even M-Pesa, the people who accept M-Pesa. So if you find this, you can come here in the other markets and find methods that you are able to pay with, and consider the rate that they're offering and see if you're making a profit. If you're making a profit, you can buy from those other markets and come on. You can post a buy ad on those markets. It will show up as a sell order. So as said earlier, so when that happens, somebody might come who is willing to sell you and accept your payment method, or come and sell to you, and then you can use that. So this is a trade where you buy from other markets on Binance, on other regions on Binance, using different currencies, and then bring your currency to the Kenya shilling market, where you'll be able to say profit. This does not necessarily work because things like Swift take a few days to clear. There are other charges that you have to consider. So you have to be quite fast and quite keen about the charges, so that you don't make a loss. The next thing, so those are two methods. The first one was you can set a lower ad and add at a lower price in your local currency, or you can set an ad in a foreign market where the price is better, it's more friendly, and then bring that coin and sell it locally, or sell it whenever. You can also sell it in USD. You can buy in the Kenya shilling market and sell it the dollar market, because you can see like somebody like this who's selling at 1.1, this is a 10% margin. So you can buy anywhere and still come and sell at 10%. We understand each other. You see, 10%, which means that if you're buying, let's say, that's 18 bob.
I think you need to check on your mic again.
Okay, sorry. So that would mean 11 bob per trade. So per dollar per trade. So that would be a profitable trade. That would give you a rate of say 129, and our market is now selling at 123.9. You see that's a 6 bob margin. So that's another way to profit. The next step is the next thing that you can do is increase your methods that you have, your payment methods, that is methods that you accept to be paid with. So you can decide, yes, I want to be like most merchants, most people you find them using things like AfriX. I believe AfriX is there. Yes, AfriX and other facilities that are on offer. Like there was a time that there was Dash payments. I don't think they're still available. So you can increase your payment methods to make profits. That's another way of making profits. So you buy from people who are not willing to take those payment methods. And if you are comfortable with taking the risk of those payment methods, because most of them will fail, you can make money that way. So the third way, the third way is quite risky, because you have to get your crypto from other markets, other platforms that are not necessarily Binance. But there you'll be facing the risk, because you'll not be covered by the Binance escrow, which gives us the safety to trade comfortably, knowing that whatever happens, you are covered by Binance. There are methods of recovering your lost assets and things like that. But that does not mean that people will still try to scam you, because all these policies are here because somebody tried to gain illegally using them. So bottom line is, be careful as you're trying to make an extra coin. Be careful. But the best way to stay safe is use Binance, the platform. So I've mentioned the other methods. I believe that's all for today on making profit. Monene, I believe there's
all right. So we will be taking the questions again. Just to remind you, we have a form that is pinned on our Telegram group. So make sure you join the Binance East Africa Telegram group, and then find the pinned form. That's where you will be able to answer a few questions, and you will be able to be eligible for up to $500 in giveaways. All right. So In the meantime, let's take a few questions. So someone asks, if you're a merchant, how can you be able to determine the price of your assets that you want to liquidate? I have seen others that have restricted trades. Is it based on demand and supply? Victor, would you please take on that?
When somebody sets a restricted trade, that means that they are not willing to trade with people who do not meet such thresholds. So you'll find somebody saying that I want to trade only with people who own a Bitcoin, one Bitcoin. So that would be in the case that you want to trade. As I said, you might intend to restrict people to say you don't want to trade with people with low balances. So people with low balances tend to be mostly tend to be new to the system. So yeah, they tend to be new to the system. So you might want to trade with people who are more experienced in whatever they're doing. That people, maybe somebody wants to put funny narrations in their bank transfers, and you wish that somebody is wise enough not to include a narration in their transfer that mentions crypto. So you limit your ad to certain specific people. Like if somebody owns a Bitcoin, then they have been careful for a long time, and that would be a better trade for you at that particular point for your amount of money. See, you have had all the cases where people's money has been confiscated because they are suspected of doing crypto. So that would be a reason why somebody has restricted. It's not necessarily something that is not particular, does not apply to you, but is a preference that that person has on the people they want to trade with. Like maybe you might decide, I don't want to trade with people who come from a certain geographic region. Like say, I don't want to trade with Nigerians. That's your preference, and you restrict your ad to only show to people in Kenya who are in Kenya. You see, so that's where you come with the restrictions. It's not about demand and supply. It's just that people, it's personal preferences.
All right, all right. I think that's been ironed out. So the next question was this one, anytime before you start a trade, every merchant has their own timeline. All right. So maybe Victor, you can click on one of the merchants there, just one of the merchants. So the question is, I have been on P2P transaction where I had to wait for 5 hours before the transaction could be cancelled. Why does Binance allow merchants to use up to 5 hours? Not sure if you get me. So whenever you click on an advert, it will, before you buy, it will show you the seller's timeline. Where before you sell, the buyer will show you how long they are willing to, they will pay you before, in terms of the timeline. All right, so you are able to see it before you open a trade. So make sure you look at that. Maybe Victor, you can open one of these trades here, and you will see the time. In this case, this person has set payment time limit to 6 hours. If the time limit is done and they are not able to complete the trade, the Binance will cancel the trade automatically. So the next question is it's more of a comment. So one can place a trade or adverts even without being a registered P2P merchant. Victor, please address that.
No, the requirement for placing an ad, that is a buy. There are two types of ad that you can place. There's a buy ad and there's a sell ad. The sell ad assumes that you have the crypto in your account. That one has minimal requirements. That one just restricts you to having verified your KYC, completed your KYC. But on the other hand, posting a buy ad requires you to have met some requirements that are set by Binance, like having traded with certain counterparties, a number of counterparties, and all that. Is that
All
clear?
right, that's clear. That's clear. And we've also shown why some merchants may show as restricted. So someone says, just a sec, I'm scrolling through the questions. Thank you for all the reactions we are having. So the next question is, what's the difference between floating and static price? What's the difference between floating and static price?
So static price is one where we have the price, you set the price yourself, you enter the price that does not vary depending on anything, maybe the exchange rate or anything. It's just what you set it. If you decide to buy, say, USDT at 127, that's the price, does not change anything. But then you can decide to buy the USDT at 10% at a margin, at a markup of 5% above the exchange rate. So say the exchange rate is at 118, you set 5%. That will, as the exchange rate fluctuates every day or every hour, or as the Binance resets it, then or the reference rate maybe resets, so your price will also change. You might find at one point you are, maybe if it moves to 120, the rate moves to 120, you'll find that your price has gone up by say $2 as well, the 2 shillings as well. Drops back to 118, you see it has dropped by 2 shillings as well. Something like that. That's the difference in the two.
All right, all right, all right. So I believe now we have an idea of how to get started in terms of, you know, how to get started by to buy and sell and to be profitable uh, while trading crypto. Now, the next session will cover on how to do spot trading. That's the main session actually. So we've shown you clearly how to go about depositing money. All right, we've shown you clearly how to go about depositing money. So the next session will cover how to go about you know how to go about Binance spot trading. So here is the screen we are looking at. So we need to log in. We need to log in. When you go to Binance, this is the interface you'll be looking at. So to log in, all you have to do here is click on the login button. If you don't have a registered account yet, click on register. It will take you to this sign up page, which you can actually sign up using your phone number or your email address. All right. So now we will be clicking login because we already have an account. Once we click here, I will log in using a QR. Binance allows you to do this to log in and approve if you have maybe your phone connected, or or if you have your phone logged in already. So now we go to the spot. First of all, we have to introduce the wallets on Binance. Binance has two main wallets. There are more than two wallets. However, the two main wallets are the funding wallet and the spot wallet. All right. So now today we will be looking at how to trade on spot with Binance. So the first step is the first thing we should understand is the money. Whenever you buy on P2P, money will come in under the funding wallet. All right. Money will come in under the funding wallet whenever you buy on P2P. If you're on phone, the interface will look like this. All right. If you're on phone, the interface will look like this. If you are on PC, the interface will look like this. Now, whenever if you click on spot wallet, right now I can show my balances on spot wallet. You can see we don't have any money here. So those are the two main wallets. If you want to trade on spot trading, you have to be on the spot wallet. All right. If you have to trade on spot trading, you have to be on the spot wallet. Now, the next step is, how do you fund your spot wallet? Binance has this feature where you can transfer your assets between these wallets by selecting the transfer option. So click on the transfer option. Now we want to source because we have money on the funding wallet. We want to choose funding wallet from funding wallet, and then we need it to go to our spot wallet. All right. Just a confirmation. I need to know whether everyone can be able to see my screen. All right. So let's proceed. All right. So now the next part is we need to select which asset we want to trade. We need to select which asset we want to trade. All right. So how do we do that? You come here on the spot here and click on the coin. In this case, we want to transfer maybe $100. Sorry, we want to transfer USDT. Maybe that's what we are holding. We click on USDT and we put the amount we want to transfer. Let's say $100. All right. So now, once you click on that transfer and refresh this screen, you'll notice now that your spot wallet has been funded from your P2P, from your funding wallet, which is the wallet that contains P2P. All right. So now we have our $100 here. So the question is, how do you access spot trading, and what is spot trading in the first place? So spot trading is where you're able to buy and sell volatile or stable coins for a profit. You're able to trade basically the volatile coins as well. You are able to, move in assets and try to basically trade them. All right. So on the PC, on the phone wallet, on the phone interface, spot trading looks like this. So all you have to do is switch to Binance Pro. Those of us who are on Binance Lite, you have to switch to Binance Pro. Let me share this screen again. I realized that was not shared. Just a sec. All right. So spot trading on the phone interface, things will look like this, right? So if you are on Binance Lite, if you're on Binance Lite looks like this, all right?
So then please share your screen.
Oh, okay. Just a sec. So if you are on Binance Lite will look like this. So the next step for you is to switch to Binance Pro, where you click on top left right there, and then click on this toggle that switch. Now you will go to the Pro interface, and the Pro interface looks like this. So we've shown under wallets, we've shown you spot trading will look like this. We just transferred $100 here, and you can see the $100 showing up here. So that's how you do it on the phone interface. On the PC interface, we are here, right? Now, to access spot trading, you need to go under the trade tab and click on spot right there, right? So once you click on spot, you'll be brought to this interface. Now, you may be looking to trade, let's say, you've done some research and you're interested to maybe buy and sell, a certain coin. In this case, we can use Bitcoin for demonstration purposes. First of all, I will introduce to you the Binance interface on spot trading. So starting from the left side, this part basically shows you the order book. This part shows you the order book. The ones in red, these are the asks. The people who are selling, these are them, all right? They are basically saying these are limit orders, as we will cover shortly, saying, okay, I want, maybe let's look at one of these persons here. I want 23, I want Bitcoin. I want to sell my Bitcoin at 23,784, and the order is right here and the amount is right there. All right. So the market is driven by demand and supply. So what that means is at any particular time, the prices of these crypto will be changing. It's what we call volatility. Why? Because someone is willing to sell at a certain price, someone else is willing to sell at a higher price or lower price than that. So that is what basically causes the volatility in the short term. All right. So now, the ones in green are the people who are selling. The people who are buying. These are called the bids. The people who are bidding. They are saying, okay, I want to buy. They're trying to undercut the current price. So they are saying the green ones will always be lower than the price you're looking at. The price you're looking at is the last order to execute. All right. The price you're looking at is the last order to execute. So the last order in this case executed at this particular price for one Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if you have maybe smaller amounts of crypto, it will just happen to show in this interface like this, right? So now, what you're looking at here is the ticker symbol. This is a ticker symbol which shows, let's say Bitcoin is represented by BTC, the short form or quote unquote the nickname, all right? The ticker symbol is what is shown there. So let's say for a coin like Binance coin, you search for it by the ticker symbol BNB. For a coin like, let's say Solana, it's SOL, all right? Solana, this is SOL. Now, when you're looking at this interface, this is now the current stable price, rounded off to the nearest two decimal numbers. Then you're also given the 24-hour change in terms of yesterday a time like now. Compare that price with the current price right now. What is the percentage change and what's the value of that particular percentage change? In this case, we can see Solana is negative 1.1. Okay, it's volatile. It has already changed. Negative 1.25% based on yesterday's price. All right. And that negative is indicated by a change in price of negative 0.59. I'm zooming in so that you can be able to see this clearly. So now, here you're also shown the 24-hour high. We are told now, in the past 24 hours, Solana hit the highest price of $44.42. And then in the last 24 hours, Solana hit a lowest price of 41.13. You can clearly see this is a volatile cryptocurrency as it's changing the price in a very short period of time. So now this is shown, the volume is basically what has been traded in terms of the number of Solanas, quote unquote, the number of Solana coins traded in the past 24 hours. In this case, we can see it's 5.3 million coins which have been traded. Now, the volume is also indicated in terms of the dollar value. So right now, we are on the Solana USDT pair. What pairs mean is, let's say you walk into the market and you're looking at buying oranges and you're holding Kenyan shillings or you're holding TZS, Tanzanian shillings, all right? So you will be trading oranges against Tanzanian shillings, assuming oranges were represented by ORG. Then Tanzanian shilling is represented by TZS. Then the pair will be called ORG/TZS. So you can buy or sell on that particular pair. So this is the same thing. This basically means you can buy or sell Solana for USDT or the other way around. You can buy and sell USDT for Solana, all right? And exchange it for Solana. Now, we get to this part where it's basically the graph showing you, the price change, and then you're able to sort it based on, you can even go to 1 minute, just the candlesticks based on from down to the last minute. However, I do not recommend trading on a very short period of time as the risk is very high, right? So I will click on the day, on the 1 day chart, and we'll be able to look at basically how this interface looks like. So now, just before we proceed, on the right side, what you're looking at is the trading pairs, all right? These are the trading pairs, and you're able to come in up here and say, I want maybe to trade BTC, and I'm holding USDT. So you can say, I want to trade BTC against USDT. Now I'll click on this particular pair, and the graph now will change and take me to the 1 day, this one, because we've selected it, chart of Bitcoin against USDT in terms of these USDTs, Tether USD, all right? Now, you're also able to see basically the amounts which have been traded and the time that has happened. So one of the main things that I like looking at is the statistics of that particular trading pair, all right? So you're able to see the statistics of that particular trading pair. So first of all, let's go to the order depth. The order depth basically shows you in the current limit orders, you know, how many people are asking to buy for, you know, a particular coin. In this case, we can see the depth of Bitcoin. The asks are more than the bids. The asks, again, I said it's the people who are willing to buy. The bids are people who are willing to sell, who are coming into the market to sell. However, the reason you're looking at this, it's because, you know, you may be willing to buy, but then you're not willing to buy at the current price, right? Maybe you feel like it's a very high price. So what do? You come in and you're looking at this graph, and what you basically do is place an order and say, okay, when the price reaches this particular margin, then just buy me this an equal amount of that particular asset. So order depth basically is like a tug of war. It shows you the bulls and the bears. The bulls are the people buying green, and the bears are the sellers, all right? So it shows you, it's more of a tug of war view, all right? Now, the trading view will give you all your indicators. That is the ones who are trading using technical analysis. You are able to get all the indicators here and all the tools to analyze the market. Maybe one of the useful tools, maybe you want to measure how, in terms from here to here, what is the percentage change. And you can see based comparing these two candlesticks, the percentage change is about 15.62, and it's on a 2-day chart, all right? These are some of the tools that you could deploy whenever you're using this interface. So most of us will use the original chart, and we'll be able to now go down and see and look at the candlesticks right here. Now, one of the things that we'd like to explain is how to understand what this green block, what does it mean? This red block, what does it mean? So there are two main candlesticks. Candlesticks are basically indicators of price movement, all right? So now, whenever you're looking at a red candlestick, it basically means because we are on a 1-day chart, we are looking on a 1-day chart right here. It basically means the price opened right here, up here. So whenever you hover on a candlestick, you'll find this information on this particular part here. So look at this part, this particular part where I'm hovering my mouse. And now when I hover right here, you can be able to see what we mean. So what you're looking at now, whenever I hover this here, and it's a red candlestick, it shows me the open price was higher than the closed price, right? That means the price the asset started trading at within the timeline of 1 day. At the end of that particular day, that particular asset was trading at a lower price than the price it opened trading at. So in this case, when we hover this candlestick, we can see the open price was 22,577 for Bitcoin against USDT pair, and the close price was 21,310. All right, so it shows the price movement went down in terms of the price changed to the lower side. You're also able to be given the lows that it went to, that is 21,250, and the highest price that it hit, that is 22,666. Now, when you're looking at these candlesticks, you'll notice they have these small arrows here. All right, these small arrows here. There's the body of that particular candlestick and these particular arrows here. The arrows basically represent the price movement that was not backed by enough volume. All right. Yes, the prices reached a high of this one, but then there was not enough volume for it to be a conclusive price indicator. All right, that is what the wicks mean. So whenever you're looking at a green candlestick, you know now the open price is lower than the close price, which means the price the asset started trading at, if you bought, let's say, this particular asset whenever it started trading on this particular day, and you sold whenever you were the day was closing, there was a price change of up to 7.99%. So that's what these candlesticks mean. The green ones basically show a price increase. The red ones show a price decline based on this timeline. So you'll notice when you change to the 4-hour graph, the 4H basically means it's a 4-hour graph. So you'll basically be able to see, the prices for every 4 hours. That's what this means. So for every candlestick you're looking at, it's the price change for every 4 hours. If you go to the 1-hour chart, the price change you're looking at is for every 1 hour. This is what happened. All right. So if you're given a candlestick, you should be able to interpret the price change. Now, that's the PC layout. Let's look at the phone layout. How does the phone layout look like? So on the phone, let it share just a sec. Okay. On the phone, the interface looks like this. So if you want to go to spot trading, you need to click on trades, and then you'll get to this particular interface. So the candlesticks are, let's start from the left. Here, where I'm highlighting, is where you select which trading pair you want to trade. Once you click there, let's say you want to change BTC against USDT. That's what you want to trade. You just search for the ticker symbol BTC right there, and then you click on, let's say, a pair of Bitcoin against USDT. So you are brought to this interface, which we will explain as well. And then the one we just covered was the candlesticks, which is right here. Once you click here, it will take you to this particular chart. You are able to see the same interface, only just presented differently. So you're also able to see the order depth right here. You are also able to go to the candlesticks chart, and you're able to see what's happening on the 1-day candlesticks. You can zoom in right here and see. So on this particular screen, you have to hold it like this and see the overlay. The overlay is what you're looking at now in terms of it shows you the price changes for this particular candlestick. Now, something important is, first of all, let's you will look at the down here. There's the bids and the asks. All right, there's the bids and the asks. So when you're looking at the bids and the asks, it's the same way we showed you how to click on the bid, rather show the bidding process, where the green ones are the ones who are saying, okay, I want to buy crypto, this particular asset. In this case, it's Bitcoin for this particular USDT. These are the people who are selling. The red ones are the people who are selling. So those are the bids and the asks. You're able to change, this basically how to round off in terms of the figures. So nearest what? Nearest 50 or nearest 100. You can change this to give you a clear, the shorter, the lower the figure, the better, the clearer that you're able to get in terms of the price change. Now, one important tab is this information tab, where it shows you about that particular asset. All right. So in this case, we are looking at the Bitcoin information tab. So we can see the rank. The rank shows you, what you're able to see in terms of the market cap. The market cap, we will discuss it shortly, and you'll be able to know what the market cap is. So the rank is in terms of the market cap, how big is it? In this case, Bitcoin is number one. You're also able to see the market cap, which is right now at $455 billion, sorry. That means the total amount of money in dollars that is in Bitcoin right now is $455.3 billion. Remember, this is not a figure where, on Binance alone. This all the money on the Bitcoin blockchain, all the USDT on the Bitcoin, rather the dollar value of the Bitcoin that is held on the blockchain is $455.3 billion. The circulation supply shows you how many coins are in circulation. So these are very important figures for you to be able to understand. More often than not, people will buy coins based on the price. They buy because it has a cheap price and maybe one day it will hit the price of Bitcoin. But some of the coins have a very high circulating supply and the maximum supply as well. If the maximum supply is high, then how to get the price is basically the market cap divided by the circulating supply. All right. So what does that mean? If let's say you have 10 oranges and we have an economy where we only have 100 shillings. So 100 shillings, Ugandan shillings, Tanzanian shillings, Kenyan shilling, it will mean each orange is worth 10 shillings. All right. So in this case, in this example that I'm giving you, 100 shillings would be the market cap, the total money in that particular economy. Then the 10 oranges are the maximum supply. All right. However, let's say, yes, we have 10 oranges, but only 5 are able to be sold. The rest of them, no one wants to sell, or they're being held as a reserve for a particular time. So that will mean the price indicator may be different, because now the circulating supply is 5 oranges out of 10 oranges, and we have a market cap of 100 shillings, be it Ugandan shillings, Tanzanian shillings. It's basically the layman's understanding, or rather the layman's explanation of how this works. So the market cap is the total amount of money in this particular coin. The circulating supply is the amount of coins in circulation, and the maximum supply is the total amount of coins that can ever exist. Something you'll note, some coins don't have a maximum supply. So they have a maximum supply of billions of coins. Even if they have a market cap of, let's say, 1 billion, the price will be low. All right. So don't look at the price alone whenever you're determining whether to trade a particular asset or not. Now, the next thing is it will show you a basic description of the particular asset that you're looking at. In this case, you're given a basic description of how Bitcoin works. All right. This is the basic description right there. Now, back to this interface, we will be showing you how to trade, how the different kinds of orders. And in the meantime, maybe George, are you able to take the questions that we have on the chat?
All right. Let me see questions on the chat section. Let me check. No, actually, I can't see the chat section from my end. Oh, yes. Okay, so. Okay. I can see guys are really asking a lot of questions, and I can see someone's here. Okay, so there are several comments. I think we can just read quickly through them. Meme Plug TV says, "Thank you very much, Madendo, for that." And then we have Paul Egadu says, okay, he's actually commenting on meme as well. How can we use the depth of the asset to make a decision? How can we use the depth of an asset to make a decision? That's from Desmond. Desmond is asking a question right there. I cannot be able to put it on the screen, I think.
Okay. So in regard to that, think of a tug of war. The people with the most strength are the people most likely to win. It doesn't always work like that, but this is more of speculation. So the order depth basically shows you there are a lot of buyers than there are sellers. What does that mean? In this case, it could mean, remember, this is just for educational purposes only, and I'm just giving you an opinion. This is not me telling you, you should buy Bitcoin right now. It could mean that there are more buyers than there are sellers. That could mean that they could overwhelm the sellers, and that could mean a price change to the upside. However, remember, whatever you're looking at on the order depth is only on for the limit orders. So we will come to explain to you what the limit orders are and what the stop limit orders are. So this is not the clearest of the images to tell you what. It's not the clearest of the images. So in crypto, you have to use a lot of indicators, but that's the basic thing of how to interpret order depth. George, next question.
Yeah, great. We have Legend here who's saying, enjoying the class. Thank you so much. We also have this guy by the name Ejik. Also, oh wow, what a name. He says very informative. Thank you very much. Also, we have Nash saying thank you so much. Such an educative session. Thank you so much. Now, someone here is asking a very interesting question. They're asking, how do we okay, sorry, just let me go back to that question. I just lost it here. Yes. So that is Desmond again. He says, what does the volume of the coin help us in terms of making a spot trading decision? How does the volume of the coin help us make a decision in terms of spot trading? You want to take that?
All right. Whenever you're looking at a volume, there's something we usually call liquidity. So again, I'll go back to my oranges analogy, where we have people selling oranges. However, you can have the oranges and you can say, okay, I'm selling each orange at 10 shillings. But then the people cannot afford that. All right. Or there's not enough money circulating to support that 10 shillings. So whenever you're looking at the trading volumes, there's also something we call slippage. So if the volume is high, in this case, we can see the volume in US dollar value for Bitcoin over the past 24 hours, it's about $5 billion. It basically means $5 billion has exchanged hands. But then let's say you have, Bitcoins, let's say you have 1 million Bitcoins. No, let's say you have 10 million Bitcoins and you would like to sell right now, all right? Then it means if the volume is low, you cannot really fulfill those trades, okay? So it will mean there's not enough market demand, there's not enough demand or supply in terms of the other assets for you to be able to trade for it. All right. So you may be having, let's say, a different analogy is, let's say you have avocados and you want to trade for oranges. You may have a lot of avocados, but then the oranges are small. They are not enough, all right, to trade. So that could give you an idea that if this market has a demand for oranges and there's a lot of supply for avocados, then it would mean the prices of oranges will go up. So that's basically what the volume indicators will show you. If a coin has a high volume, then it could probably mean that there is a lot of interest in that particular coin, or people are actually selling. All right. So the volume is not a very clear indicator. Again, you have to mix it with a lot of, let's say, news. You have to mix it with how the asset has performed over, let's say, a certain period of time. So I believe that's more like it. George,
I have two P2P questions. Maybe I can pick those quickly before you proceed.
sure.
What Chema is asking, can an ordinary trader profit entirely through P2P trading without being a merchant? So this is a very simple question. I'm going to respond on it quickly. So just like let me just give you a scenario at Mama Mboga. So it's like you're asking, can a buyer profit from buying tomatoes from a Mama Mboga? Okay, that's basically what you're asking. So it will be very hard for them to profit if they don't go for the wholesale purchase of nyanyas, right, or of those tomatoes. So if you don't go to the wholesale and come and sell at retail, you might not make profit. So what merchants usually do, they source for the stock or for the USDT at a more affordable price, or they put a sell orders at a cheaper price, and then they sell slightly at a margin to make a profit. So on a daily basis, they make some small margins through that. All right. So I hope I answered you. And then another one very interesting from Maggie One. Maggie One is asking, why is it that those merchants who sell via mobile top up or Dashen sell at a higher price than M-Pesa or bank transfer? This is a very interesting question. I don't know, Mazen, do you want to pick it?
Sure thing, sure thing. So, would you mind repeating the question?
Okay, so the question is very simple. It's asking, why is it that those merchants who sell via mobile top up or Dashen, basically they're asking these other apps like Dash,
Oh,
mobile top up, why is it that their prices are much higher than M-Pesa or bank transfer, the local available payment methods, basically?
all right, all right. So in that case, first of all, we have to, Dashen is not really, it's a payment method for a different, from different countries. So the reason you look at them and they have, higher margins, it's because there is arbitrage situations where anyone could be taken advantage of. Let's say you're trading USDT, and let's say in a country like, I'll give an example. Let's say in Tanzania, if you do the conversion, 1 Kenyan shilling would equal to, let's say, 125 or 25 in terms of Tanzanian shilling having been converted. All right. And there's a payment method to support that. Then there's an arbitrage situation where you could buy in Kenya and go and sell to Tanzania with that particular payment method, because the rates change with all the fintechs in the market. So for mobile top up, it's basically airtime. In most cases, you'll find that you're able to get discounted airtimes from anytime you're looking at mobile top up, that's airtime they are selling. All right. And in most cases, people are able to offer you better rates on airtime. All right. So below the market rate. Okay. So that's basically it. In fact, you are able to buy airtime from Binance directly. So that's one of the advantages. If I wanted to buy, 100 shillings worth of airtime, I would be paying something like 90 shillings to get 100 shillings. All right. So be sure to look at, though, instead of just buying airtime from, your provider, you could also be buying airtime from mobile top up. Right. So you're able to benefit from that. Any other
I
question?
think one thing I can also add to that is that always avoid these payment methods which are also not available locally, because you might find yourself in a situation that you have the reason why sometimes the rates are high on those is because you cannot liquidate it to your local currency easily. So, for example, Dashen is not available here in Kenya. And if it's not available in your jurisdiction, then if you accept it as a payment method, you download the app. And then when they send you money on Dashen, of course, they have completed the trade. What you need to do is to release the Bitcoins or the cryptos that you have bought. But now, how do you now liquidate that money back to Kenyan shillings? How do you access it in real cash, right? So if that is not possible, then that means that you will be stuck there, okay, with money which you cannot be able to use. So somehow it lures you to use those payment methods which you cannot be able to use the money. So always go for the payment methods which you can. If you have a way to access money through those payment methods, please go ahead. But if you don't use them. Just filter to the payment methods that you understand: M-Pesa, bank accounts, and so on. And then I think that is it from for now. Please, Madan, you can proceed.
All right. So now, let's show you the basic, the order types that we have. In this case, we will be looking at the four main orders. The first main order is the market order, this one right here. So whenever you're placing a market order, you're basically saying, okay, I don't care the price it is right now, just buy at the current market price. So if I say, let's buy $12 worth of Bitcoin at the current market price. So this one will execute directly and immediately. So if we go to our Fiat and Spot wallet, we will find that we've bought $12 worth of Bitcoin. Of course, it's going up and down, so it may not be $12. So you can see right here, it's already 11.95. But if you let's refresh and show you. It's volatile both to the upside and to the downside. Also, you have to put in mind the trading fees that you have to pay. All right. So that's basically it. Anytime you're placing a market order, you are a market taker. So the trading fees will be a bit higher. By a bit higher, I don't mean like crazy high. It's 0.01%. All right. Now, that's the market order. You're just basically saying, okay, buy at the current market price. So the limit order now gives you some flexibility and says, okay, the price is 23,900 right now. I want to buy my Bitcoin at $23,880. Whenever Bitcoin hits the price of 23,880, buy me, let's say 20, let's say $24 worth of Bitcoin. All right, it will come in right here. So I've put in a price of 23,880. So it will, just a sec. Let's refresh this. And you will find the order has been placed right here. So just a sec. It will show you the order book. We can place an order right here. So let me put something like 23,500. And then you want to buy, let's say $25 worth of Bitcoin, and then click on buy. So you can see the order has been placed right here. This basically means if Bitcoin hits the price of 23,500 per coin, buy me 24.91 dollars worth of Bitcoin. Okay. So that's the limit order. That's what you're basically saying. And then something interesting is the limit order will always appear on the order book. So you can see this small arrow here where it shows you, uh, we put an order right here and it will show you, okay, the price looks like it will, rather the price will show whenever it hits this margin, all right? So that's the limit order. That's a limit by order, okay? So now let's go look at some advanced. I've canceled that trade. There's no cancellation fee for Binance. You can cancel the trade on spot trading without any fee. So let's look at the one advanced kind of trade, one advanced kind of uh, orders, or this one is called the stop limit orders. So the stop limit orders allows you to define a price where uh, you want to enter the market at, all right? So you can say maybe when the price of Bitcoin hits 23,000 and 450, that's the stop price. So make a decision when the price of Bitcoin hits, let's say, 23,450, all right? Then it combines the limit order, all right? Then the logic is like, now, whenever you're buying using a stop limit order, you want to place the order above the market price than what you've put in as the stop price, okay? So in this case, our stop price was 23,450. So you can put in a limit order at 23,500. And now we say we want to buy, let's say, uh, $30 worth of Bitcoin. And then we place this order, click on buy, and then you'll be given the explanation here. If the last price drops to or below 23,450, an order to buy 0. Now, this one will be valued, the Bitcoin value will be valued at the price of 23,450. So it says an order to buy this amount of Bitcoin at the price of 23,500 will be placed. All right. So if I click confirm, you will find something like this here. The trigger condition is clear. It says if the price of Bitcoin hits 23,450, then create a buy order that will buy at 23,500 for an amount of $29.85. All right. So that's basically how you use stop limit orders, and they are mostly used for taking profits. So you will find yourself mostly using stop limit orders for take profits, all right? Where now you have a strategy, you've decided, okay, if I'll buy Bitcoin at 23.5, in case I want to sell my Bitcoin, let me show you how to place a stop limit order for Bitcoin whenever you're selling. So we bought our Bitcoin at, let's look at our order history. The one which executed, this one which is shown as filled, we bought it at 23,904. All right, I see the price is 23,944. So now I can say I want to sell my Bitcoin whenever it hits 24,500. Okay, so when Bitcoin hits 24,500, so that's the stop price. Okay, then place an limit order. Place a limit order. In this case, now you want to have it lower because you are selling. You want to undercut these people. All right. So you want to say just 24,500. That was our stop price, and then the limit order can come in at 24,499. If the price hits 24,500, place an order immediately of 24,499 and sell my all the Bitcoin I'm holding. In this case, we have like, yeah, we bought $12 worth of Bitcoin. So in this case, we'll have made $0.2 worth of Bitcoin using $12 worth of Bitcoin. So you place the order and click on sell, and then click on confirm. It will show you clearly and narrate to you what this particular order means. Once you confirm, you'll see it here, and it will show you the trigger points. If the price of Bitcoin is greater or equal to 24,500, an order will be placed on the order book for 24,499. And then it's what kind of a trade is it? It's a take profit limit trade, and it's a sell order. So that's basically what it means. So we've shown you clearly how to, that's now how you are able to trade profitably using these orders. We bought $12. Whenever the price hits our target price, we will sell and will make this small profit. Now, think of it as you're using a significant amount of capital. You're able to make this profit right here. Now, let's go to one more interesting order. We've covered limit order. We've covered stop limit order. So stop limit order is a take profit order where you're able to combine a stop price with a limit price. All right, a limit order. All right. Now we'll come to one advanced trade, rather order, which is called on cancel order. One cancels other order, OCO order. All right. What does OCO order allow you to do? So there's something we call a breakout. A breakout is, let's say Bitcoin has been trading between, 23,500 to 27,000, to 23,900. All right. And you feel like, okay, I want to place an order where in case the price Bitcoin breaks out of that particular range that it has been trading at, then catch that pump, catch that price. All right. But in a similar scenario, you're also saying that I also want to place a limit order on the lower end of the band. And you're trying to say that, okay, if the price does not break out, then buy me low at this particular price. Let me show you how to configure that. One cancels the other trade order will always come in as two orders. All right. Why? Because there are two, it's a combination of like two limit orders. Okay. So now we will put in the breakout price that we want to buy at. So in this case, we are saying in case Bitcoin breaks out and it hits 24,300, okay, place that order. Okay. However, I'm assuming now that Bitcoin won't break out. So I'm assuming that maybe I want to buy my Bitcoin at 23,400. So you put a stop price. Remember, we just covered stop limit order. We put a stop price and say, okay, if Bitcoin hits 23,400, then place an order for me. Place a limit order. Remember, whenever you're buying and it's a limit order, or rather it's a stop limit order, you need to offer you need to put in a price greater than your stop limit, your stop price. In this case, our stop price was 23,400. We can put in a price of 23,401. We are basically saying if Bitcoin hits 23,400, then place an order to buy Bitcoin above the market price, which is 23,401. So in this case, I put in let's say a sum of like $30, and I say now, oh sorry, I messed up somewhere here. So the price we're looking at is where you'd like to buy the Bitcoin at. Sorry, let me revise this. So the price you are looking at is where you'd like to buy the Bitcoin at. So we are saying, let me speculate that you want to buy Bitcoin at 23,000. Where if Bitcoin hits $23,000 per coin, you want to buy it at that particular price. Okay. However, in case Bitcoin breaks out and it hits 24,500, I want to place an order to buy Bitcoin at 24,501 or 500, above the market price of the stop price. Okay, so that will mean whenever you're buying that Bitcoin, in case it breaks out and you've looked at that pattern and you're like, okay, in case Bitcoin breaks out of the 24,500 range, then buy me at 24,501, and we can put in the amount we want to buy. Once you click here, you'll notice that you will have two orders right here. Okay, one is a limit order, and it's a limit maker order where you are a market maker. You are saying, now place an order for me at 23,000, and you can see it right here. The yellow thing showing you right here, it shows you that you have a limit order saying, in case that price hits 23,000, buy $37.49 worth of Bitcoin at 23,000. However, remember these are two orders, and you will also find the other one on the order book. So one, in case there's a breakout and this order happens, then it will cancel this other one automatically. So what that means is whenever you cancel one of the orders, it will cancel the other. Look at this. I cancel the top order like that, it will cancel both orders. So that's what it's called, one on cancel order, or one cancels other order. So far that's the PC limit and the PC interface, and that's basically what you need to know, and use the orders very well to understand how to trade, and buy low and sell high. And how do you do that? You have to advance to something we call Binance Academy. Binance Academy, and learn how to use candlesticks. All right, so Binance Academy, we can go academy, yeah, and go and learn how to use candlesticks. So Binance Academy looks like this. So we can come and now learn how to interpret candlesticks. Maybe candlesticks is the cheat sheet here. So once you get here, you're able to be shown, remember we just explained briefly what candlesticks are. Now, on this particular part, you're being shown what different candlesticks may predict the price in terms of the price movement. So I'll just look at one of these prices here. The hammer candlestick, you can see this one shows it has a long wick here, and it shows basically any person who is trying to sell right here is being bought out very quickly. So that's a bullish candlestick, which will show a reversal pattern. These are now things now you have to learn on your own. Okay, these are things you have to learn on your own. Don't let people tell you what to trade and where. Make sure you learn on your own these things, these candlestick patterns. You can also see the bearish patterns here. The inverted hammer is one of them. It's one of the greatest indicators, the inverted hammer. The doji as well, you can be able to use these indicators. I will be sharing these on the chat section, where you're able to see that. You're able to have put it on the chat section, so make sure you're able to look at that. So that said, I see time is really moving fast, so I'll take a few questions and we will be closing shortly after we take a few questions. Remember, our Binance East Africa Facebook group, our Binance East Africa Telegram group, we have a form there. Be sure to fill in that form with your correct details, and you will be eligible for the $500 giveaway that will be happening here. For those who will watch this session later, you are also eligible for the giveaway. The giveaway period will close once in a week's time. Okay, so be sure to fill in the form. So go to the Binance East Africa Telegram group and find the form which is pinned. Fill in that form, and remember to join the Binance East Africa Telegram and Facebook groups. So George, back to you. Let's take the questions on spot trading.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madendo. I mean, this session is super, super, super informative, and I can see the comments here, guys, are really, really excited. We see White say, my name says interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, White say. Someone is asking this guy by the name Otema Frank sister. And Otema Frank is asking, what is the minimum amount to trade on spot? What is the minimum amount to trade on spot? You want to check that?
Yes. So on spot trading, whenever you're using Binance Lite does not allow you to do spot trading. Let me actually share the screen so that you're able to see that. Whenever you're using Binance Lite, you can only swap a minimum of $20 worth of your currency. Okay. However, on Binance Pro, you can swap a minimum of $10 per whenever you're trading on spot. Something we have to note is Binance Lite. Sorry, uh, let's wait for the screen to show up so that we show you what you mean. So whenever you're on Binance Lite, the only option you have is the convert option. Okay, the convert option is right here. You can do this convert option and you can convert from, let's say, USDT, let's say 20 USDT to Bitcoin. Oh, sorry, we can say 20 USDT to Bitcoin. So it will show you the preview conversion rate and show you how much Bitcoins you'll be getting. But if you trade, let's say 2 USDT, you can actually do the conversion for the small ones. However, if you are trying to buy directly here, the minimum is $20 worth of no, for Bitcoin, sorry. It's actually $10. So any amount that is actually above $10, you're able to buy. So on Binance Pro right here, I think a few things have changed. The minimum amount you're able to buy is $10. So if you put in $9, even if you choose a price, you try to buy, you'll get this error. The minimum order value is $10 per USDT per $10 USDT per order. So that's the minimum. However, there's a workaround, which is using auto invest. So make sure you join our Binance East Africa so that we learn how to do Binance Earn, and we'll show you how you can even buy $1 worth of Bitcoin per trade using auto invest. So George, back to you.
Amazing. $1 per trade. Like you can convert your $1, that's like 100 shillings to Bitcoin. I mean, that is amazing. So Otema says, thank you so much. I'm understanding to the core. Thank you very much, guys. We also have Festus Musioki. Festus is asking, do you guys have a WhatsApp group for Binance traders? I think all the information are communicated on the Binance East Africa Telegram group. We have an official Binance groups, WhatsApp groups, but just make sure you're always on the Binance East Africa Telegram. The live session is super educative. That's from Consolata. Thank you so much, Consolata. And then we have Marshall Mike. He says, I've learned so much at this point. Be blessed, Madendu, for such an amazing presentation, and the opportunities will always hit on your box for more. So that means at the end of this session, you'll find most people will be coming to find more information from you. So how can we use the depth? Okay, so I think this is it for the questions. Maybe Madendu, would you like to go through the convert feature on the Binance Pro? I think guys would like to learn how do you use it on Binance Pro as well.
Okay. So if you're on Binance Pro, you can go under trades. Under trades, you look at the convert feature top left right here. So if you don't want to, analyze the market, you can now decide, okay, I'm holding dollars right here. Now, it doesn't have to be USDT that you're holding. You can be holding a different coin. So and say, okay, I want to convert from the particular coin we are holding. In this case, we just have USDT, and you want to convert to what? So let's say we choose a random coin. Let's say ADA. I'm just giving you this. This is not financial advice. Don't buy these ones based on what I'm saying right now. And then you can say the amount you want to convert. The available balance on our spot wallet will be shown right here, as you can see. So in this case, we can say we want to convert $12 worth of 12 USDT to ADA. And when we preview the conversion, we will be told $1 will be equal to 1.9 ADA. So, and we will receive 22.8 ADA. So these ones you'll get a quote every 6 seconds because the market is volatile. And once you click convert, the price is locked and you're given you're given the currency you just bought, the crypto that you just bought. So if you go to our wallets and refresh here, you'll notice now that we have 22.8 ADA worth about 1425 Kenyan shillings. That's basically how to use the convert feature. You can use it to also sell. Something I think we should also look at is you can convert even that ADA this way and say you want to convert ADA to let's say BUSD, and say I want to convert every ADA I have to BUSD, and then you'll get a quote, and then you can convert, and once you get back to your wallet, you'll find BUSD right here. Now, something else we can look at is on the convert feature, they introduced one very good option. You can limit convert, all right? You can place an order with limit and say, I want, let's say, 15 USDT for Bitcoin at a price of, let's say, 23,300. And if the order is not executed, expire in how many days? We can say if the order is not executed, let it expire in 1 hour. Okay. However, you're able to come and cancel that order at any particular time. So you can click on here and place that particular order. So the limit order on the convert option will be created, and you can be able to see it right here. So when you go back here, you can see our dollar value that is available is less $15 because it's locked in on this particular limit order under the convert feature. So I believe that's more like it, George.
Thank you very much. I think that's really amazing. Do you okay, sorry, I just looked at one question here. Gadu, please drop the Binance Telegram, East Africa Telegram link. Guys really want to join the Telegram here. And Meme also again says, thank you very much for the informative session. I salute you, Madendo, and the Churchill lookalike. Okay, looks like interesting. Anyway, guys, look like they're having a lot of fun here. The Telegram groups have been dropped right there. So we have the Binance East Africa Telegram group and also the Binance East Africa Facebook page. So make sure you join both of them and be sure you are in of them. Okay. So Mim also says he likes the convert feature. Of course, the convert feature is very simple to use in case you just don't want to go into put in the limit orders, market orders, stop limit, all those. You just want to convert your crypto quickly to one. You just go on the convert feature. It's very simple, quick, and fast to use. And also, remember also on convert, it's always on market. Sorry. If you convert immediately, it's always on market order. Okay, so there should be some traction there. I think we are good. Then, do you have anything to add from there?
So for now, I would really recommend that we take some time to learn. Don't just go on the market without knowing what you're doing. All right. So let's take some time to learn, and we will all be able to be profitable. All right. So that's more like it. Be sure to join our socials as we do these sessions more often. All right. So those of us who will be watching the sessions later, be sure to join the Binance East Africa, Facebook and Twitter, and Telegram groups. Right.
Just before you go, Madendo, we have Emon here. Emon is asking, I tried to transfer my assets from funding wallet, but it doesn't show up. So he needs to explain, you're transferring from funding wallet to where? Why are you transferring from funding to spot? And if you transfer to spot, then you need to go and check on spot. Remember, most of the time when you're transferring, sometimes the default wallet should be margin, I think, if I'm not wrong. I think it's the one which comes up first. So also check also on the margin wallet as well. So make sure you check all the wallets. If you can't see, click on overview. Overview will show all. Oh yeah, it says from funding to spot. So if you transfer to spot, make sure you go and check on spot. But you can, but then you want to show that.
Amon, please confirm, was it on phone or on web? Amon, please confirm, was it on phone or on web? I want to show you. We can actually do both. Let me show the phone interface because most of us will be on the phone anyway. So I will be showing shortly. Let me share the screen.
Yeah, so as Madendo shares, remember when you're doing the internal transfers from funding to spot, it is free, all right? You're not charged anything. I remember someone had asked that question. So it's free. There's no fee attached to internal transfers within Binance. Also, remember if you transfer from one Binance account to another Binance account, it's also free when you use Binance Pay, okay? Now the screen is up. I think we can now go to that.
All right. So you've bought your funds on P2P. They will come up under funding wallet right here. Okay. So now, if you want to transfer, you just click on this transfer button. You now are given the option from funding to spot. Now, something people make mistake is a big mistake is here. You forget to select which asset you want to transfer. So in this case, we can decide we want to transfer maybe USDT, maybe BUSD. I think we have some BUSD. And then if you're looking at it and it shows as zero, no amount to transfer, it's because probably we are moving it from the wrong wallet. In this case, there's no BUSD in our funding wallet, but I remember we bought some BUSD on our spot wallet. So you can either click on this arrow to swap it from which wallet to which wallet, but then you can also click manually and say you want to from spot wallet to funding wallet that way, and then put in the amount of BUSD. So now if we come here and we show the balance, we can be able to see our BUSD has shown up right here. All right. Now if we go to if we need to move this BUSD back to our spot wallet, all you have to do is click here and click BUSD. So we are transferring from where? Funding wallet to spot wallet, and then you put in the amount of BUSD and then click on confirm transfer. So if you refresh here now, you will not be having any funding, any BUSD, but that BUSD will be shown right here. Our 11.96 will be shown here. So now remember, this is also free. So I will also, one last tip, I'll also show you how to use how to send money via Binance Pay. I'll show you how to send money via Binance Pay. And to demonstrate this, the first comment to put in their Binance UID, the first comment to put in their Binance UID, I'll be demonstrating using their UID to send them. I'll just give a lucky winner the first comment to send their Binance UID. Paste in that, you'll be the lucky winner today. So to use Binance Pay, all you have to do is come into this interface under funding wallet, click on the pay option, then you'll be brought to this interface, and then the first winner seems to be Domi. So we'll use the wallet. So this is a BYD. So You click on send and then click on Binance ID. In this case, I just put in the Binance ID 5715 and then click on continue, and then we can award this person maybe $10 right here, and then we can send them maybe as a message and say, whenever you're using Pay, you can say maybe something like congratulations. You can even give a message. This screen is hidden because of security purposes, and then you can be able to set a password, and that's how you use Binance Pay. It's free for your information. So that's an addition that we added on this webinar. So back to you, George.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So congratulations to Domi Neon. Domi is watching from Facebook Live. Thank you so much. And you have just won yourself a 10 USDT. Remember, you can redeem your 10 USDT on Binance P2P by just going to P2P and click on sell. Make sure you put your payment method and you can filter through just in case you want to redeem. You can also buy any cryptocurrency from the lessons we have learned on Spot. So you just need to click to transfer the funds to your Spot wallet, and then you can now buy any cryptocurrency which of your choice, and you watch the market. All right, it can either go up as you watched. Currently, the market are quite bullish for the last few days. They've been quite bullish. Bullish means they've been going up. All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Matendo. Domi says thank you very much for the amazing gift. So thank you so much, Matendo. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining our webinar today. And we actually encourage you to keep watching our newbie walkthrough session every Tuesday at 6 p.m. We usually have a newbie walkthrough session, and we'll be starting our next session from next week. Oh, sorry, next week on Tuesday. It will be an election day, so we won't be having on that particular time. We will reschedule it on another day, but make sure you follow our announcement on Binance East Africa Telegram page. So for now, we leave you with also on Sundays, always have what you call Sunday Shield. So Sunday Shield is a program whereby we teach things which we really don't talk about quite often, like how do you avoid scams, like issues like NFTs, things like metaverse, just general topics which you don't cover on mostly of our educational series on a weekly basis. So be sure to be very, very active on Binance East Africa Telegram group, because that's where it goes down on every communication. And then, do you have your last final words before we call it a wrap?
Well, I'll just say, guys, let's focus on learning, and crypto is really profitable. There are a lot of ways you can make money here, and just focus on learning, understand what you're actually doing. That's more like it.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And have a great weekend. And thank you everyone for joining this call. Please be sure to be attending most of our session to make sure you up your game in crypto trading. Cheers and have a good one.
Good.